from the right hash. This from 33. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Detroit! Gone!
Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. They'll set up to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Right there, 54, right there.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Gone! 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Over!
Back to throw here. Able to find Shaheen, the tight end. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the first down yardage. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Detroit! Gone! looking to throw. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
4 down, 4 down. Detroit! Detroit! Shut down, motion.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It was Jaron Reed who got him down.
Well, this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now back to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 16.
We got 4. We got 4. Tight. Move 15. Mike 38. Mike 38.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Good job.
Okay.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Go back. That's
Move
it.
15.
Wait, go back.
14,
Go
Friday.
back. That's it.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Lions will take over. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
No. Check. Patriot. Gun. All right, now,
Are you
lucky
finished,
56.
Malaya?
Lucky 56.
You eat all your food.
Detroit.
Go eat some more of your food.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Escaping the pressure right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They're going to look to throw. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are in for 6.
Good job, offense.
Caleb Sturgis now for the point after.
I understand why it's so, why our tax is so high and we get this child tax credit.
Sturgis for the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Sturgis adds the PAT, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
No more iPad.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right?
You know
just
what? Y'all
mentioned
need to,
they're down. They're
look
trying
at
to get back
that.
into the game. But you got to figure it's
looking for
Hey,
Jones, and
hey,
it's
little one shot.
intercepted.
This is that.
Picked off by Tease Tabor, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that,
bro.
oftentimes interceptions result.
Malachi. I'm talking to you, man.
Huh?
Oh, I was talking to Malachi.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Dancing to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Watch it now, Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
You okay, buddy?
Go!
okay. I think you need to blow your nose, sweetie pie.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Yep.
Coming.
A dinosaur.
They'll look to throw. Coleman has it here right side. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The 13 yards that time of the first.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy could be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
You got three down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Detroit! 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 All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56. 53, come on. 53. Check 53. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
What are you doing over there?
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Your hands are freezing, bro.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This is a 26-yard attempt. And Sturgis able to knock it through. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
This stadium, I can't hardly see my dang on players. I mean, I can't see his players.
You can't see his players?
Not really. Because the shadow was in the stadium, I can see a little better now.
Oh.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
So you have to play on his settings and stuff?
Here's Craven to return.
It's his stadium.
Return, pretty good field position.
It's just his stadium. It's the sun partially out.
The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3.
The sun partially
they have
out.
The lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that,
making
because
it overcast
now I
over
think
the
they go a little bit
stadium.
deeper into their playbook.
But he got all dark uniforms. He got all dark
uniforms
uniforms on.
Okay, but in order to get the separation
you know
that you just talked about, change things up a little bit.
That might
change
be
your
one of the
tendencies,
techniques, though.
try and hit them a little bit more.
Yeah, probably is.
With some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
I score right here, he's done.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
While that play was unsuccessful to start the second half, I'm not sure that you just totally abandon what you do running the football. Maybe you make some adjustments in your run game and do things a little bit differently. That doesn't necessarily mean you just go to the pass and do nothing else.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 2 yards gets him back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10.
Wait, the only part around is white? Not
What's he doing?
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Yeah. Trying to see what these packs looking like.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Did you go to the bathroom, Malachi?
Yes.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
Tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Penny, a first down carry, looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They're down here in the third quarter, trying to get something going. Going to the outside there didn't work out, though.
Yeah, and from the cheap seats and from where you and I are sitting, we did pay a pretty good price to get in here, right? You often wonder to yourself, why do you make that type of a call? That one went for no gain.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Lions have recovered. A little careless with a football. He also had a fumble last week, didn't he?
I'm killing that dude with a blitz.
When I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to
Killing
mind
that
is
dude with a
always
blitz, bro.
remember, traffic, turbulence,
It's
people
just
around
10-3 though.
Two hands. Get
I'm
two
in
hands
the
on
red
the ball.
zone.
Grip it tight.
I'm in the
I
red
know it
zone,
looks
but
cool to have it in
he
one hand.
can't
Put
get the
it
ball
away,
off.
Tuck it away because you've got to take care of the ball.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Can't see me right now, Zay. He can't see me right now. If I could see my damn receivers better, I have more points. I can't see his plays. I threw an interception. I had a dude wide open, but I thought I did anyway. I can't see his plays work. Shit.
All right, here we go. Blue line it. Blue line.
And they'll run it here. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Guys, check me out. We got 3 down. We got to stand up over there. Hey, switch gears.
And on the ground they go with the running back.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll get
Keep moving.
into
Keep
the
thinking
end
everybody
zone.
want to run outside.
Touchdown, Detroit.
Run right up underneath you, bro.
Great effort there. Hitting
Right
double
underneath
digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Lions
Everybody
use
ain't
the
got to
short
run
field
outside,
to their
baby.
advantage as they cash in for 6.
You might be in trouble, dog.
Sturgis for the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is a
blitz coming,
You
and
use your
down it
headset yet?
goes.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Throwing is Wilson.
What do you need?
Jones has it over the middle. And he'll be corralled.
Man, come on now. You playing around. Come here.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL,
I'm not laughing.
Coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught.
12.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
Good play call.
Right. He'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit,
yeah, I'm using it now.
Complete the screen pass.
Oh.
Really well done.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first.
14.
Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. To throw is Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good
Good tackle, boy.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Yeah, go ahead.
Seahawks on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
You gonna hurt my
Here's
feelings if you
Wilson.
don't eat me.
He's got
Malaya,
it.
please stop
And
playing.
he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards.
You can't eat no cookie for lunch.
Then you over there going off, my man. Well, you over there going off, boy.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
14.
Every day.
Shotgun.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Hey, bro. I'm blitzing the shit out of that nigga. He can't stop it.
And Detroit getting set to go
I know you
now.
talking shit.
And they're hoping to redo their
Boy,
efforts
I
in the
know you
last
mad.
drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you
Get
score a
the hell out of
touchdown,
me.
you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Watch him now, Barney. Gun.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Heck,
We got three, fellas. We got three.
how
All right,
can you
now,
tax
lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
54, come on. 54. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4.
Gun, gun. Gun, gun. No. Check. Patriot. Patriot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And now running right through it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. They'll get 4 on second down, but it leaves them with third and still 9 to go.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Lions on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9.
Tie it right. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. 3 down. Wide. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Mike's by 4. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
They'll set up a throw. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Frank Clark in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down.
You got lucky.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Strong right. You got 4. Nice. 380. Spot that.
On first down, Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
You got 3. Let's go, 14.
On second down, Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Jared Davis in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Is it where
on third down, Wilson got his man complete over the middle. It's Ali. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Y'all charge y'all for doing your taxes?
Hey, over here.
Oh, I don't know.
14.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this. So this will remain Seattle ball. Now we're going to get a timeout here. As it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Seahawks on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17.
You still want to do the thing? Stay down. Yeah.
The first throw for the backup Griffin. He's going to go for a big play downfield.
Oh, good play. Good play.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all
good
the
play.
way
He
to
got
the
me on
3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Dang, good play. Dang, he got me on that one.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
4 down, check.
On the toss, here's Foreman.
Good play.
And he's across the chalk
scored.
into the end zone.
Got in there.
Touchdown, Seahawks.
Yeah, I had him 3rd and 17. I did a man-to-man blitz, and he caught me on a good route.
And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again.
Good route.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
You do what I'm playing, ain't side, though. He's pretty straight. I just blitzed him. My blitz ain't get it that time. He threw that jump quick.
Back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock defensively.
We're going to go to a new person this year, man.
Run the football here
last year,
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play. So essentially 4 timeouts.
They have to be aggressive here.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
That's what he's there for, I guess. He came out there.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
I was running the ball. His backside linebacker came off the ball pretty good.
Gun!
He'll look to throw. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Finding some room at midfield.
Huh?
And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking
Look
fresh
how many
in this one
kids he
despite the
got.
heavy workload. But you and I both know.
Got
Well
like
conditioned,
8
and he did
kids.
tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Her friend Sally.
Sally Mae.
No.
That's her friend. I'm just playing. But I really do want to know if her friend named Sally.
Yeah.
Nah. You playing with me. She nice?
Huh?
Is she nice?
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach, he's in big trouble.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
She invited us over? Yeah, she invited us over for dinner?
Now they try the right side here. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The Lions on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. All day, dog.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Detroit, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for Seattle, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
You're just gonna. Oh, never mind. You said you want to go there. I just don't want to get caught with my underwear down. You said you want to go to an illegitimate person. What? Nah, man. I need some. I don't know what they're doing.